Hello, amazing viewers, and welcome to our channel. Here we bring you stories that inspire, facts that amaze, and secrets that history tried to hide. Every week, we uncover something new, something extraordinary. So don't blink, you might miss the magic. Now we explain the Trojan War, truth behind the myth.
In the wide, dry landscapes of the American Southwest, where the sun blazes across red cliffs and winds whisper through ancient canyons, there lives a myth older than the rocks themselves. The story of Kokopelli, the humpbacked flute player. For centuries, this mysterious figure has appeared on stone carvings, pottery, and rock walls across the lands once inhabited by the ancestral Puebloans, Anasazi, the Hopi, and other Native American tribes. His presence, marked by the curved back and dancing posture, is instantly recognizable. Yet beneath that joyful appearance lies a deep spiritual and cultural significance, one that connects music, fertility, life, and creation itself. The origins of Kokopelli are shrouded in both mystery and reverence. Archaeologists have found depictions of this flute player dating back more than 1,500 years, carved into canyon walls and cave dwellings. His image appears from Arizona to New Mexico, stretching even into parts of Colorado and Utah. These rock petroglyphs show Kokopelli playing his flute while moving forward, his bent back carrying what some interpret as a sack filled with seeds, songs, or even unborn children. To the ancient people of these lands, Kokopelli was not just a musician, he was a bringer of life. His melodies were believed to awaken the earth, calling forth rain for crops and blessings for fertility. In Hopi tradition, Kokopelli is a symbol of fertility, abundance, and renewal. When his flute sings, crops grow, babies are conceived, and new life flourishes. The Hopi people view him as both a trickster and a benevolent spirit, embodying the dual nature of creation, joy and mischief, music and magic, laughter and life. His dance was seen as a celebration of the balance between the earth and the heavens. Each year, during festivals or rituals marking the coming of spring, people invoked Kokopelli's spirit to ensure a fruitful season. Women prayed to him for fertility, while farmers called upon his power to bring rain and ensure a good harvest. In some interpretations of Kokopelli's humpback, it suggests it symbolizes the burden of creation, the life force he carries across the world. Others believe the hump contains his magical seeds or gifts that he distributes through his travels. In some stories, Kokopelli travels from village to village, bringing seeds to plant and songs to inspire the people. His flute playing represents not just music, but the spiritual connection between humans and nature. When the flute's melody drifts through the canyons, it is said that the spirits of the mountains awaken, the winds carry his blessings, and the desert blooms with life. According to ancient Pueblo mythology, Kokopelli is also connected to rain-making rituals. The dry lands of the Southwest depended heavily on seasonal rains, which determined the survival of crops and people alike. The sound of his flute was believed to summon the rain clouds, symbolizing harmony between man and the elements. In times of drought, when the soil cracked and rivers dried up, people would carve or paint his image near water sources, hoping his spirit would return balance to the land. Kokopelli's music was seen as an offering to nature, a call for renewal and a promise of gratitude.
Over time, Kokopelli's image became a bridge between spiritual belief and daily life. His stories were told around campfires and passed down from one generation to the next. The elders spoke of him as a traveler who roamed the deserts, bringing not just seeds but laughter, love, and vitality. His arrival was often celebrated with song and dance, as it meant that the time for planting and renewal had come. For the youth, Kokopelli represented joy and curiosity. For the elders, he symbolized wisdom and the eternal cycle of life. Among different tribes, Kokopelli takes on varied forms and meanings. To the Zuni, he was a rain priest. To the Hopi, he was a flute-playing kachina, one of the many spiritual beings that act as messengers between the divine and human worlds. In some versions, he is even depicted as a seducer, a playful trickster who brings not only life, but also chaos and unpredictability. His mischievous side reminds people that creation and destruction, fertility and barrenness are intertwined forces in the rhythm of existence. The flute itself holds a powerful role in Native American spirituality. In many cultures, music is not just art, but communication with the divine. The flute's sound represents breath, the very essence of life, and when Kokopelli plays, it is as though he breathes life into the world. Each note of his song symbolizes a heartbeat of the earth, an echo of creation that vibrates through mountains, rivers, and the souls of all living things. This connection between sound and spirit makes Kokopelli not merely a figure of folklore, but a sacred embodiment of balance and unity. Beyond fertility in music, Kokopelli is sometimes linked to the migration of tribes. Some archaeologists and historians suggest that his figure was originally a representation of traveling traders who carried seeds, goods, and stories between communities. The hump may have been a bag filled with trade items, while the flute symbolized communication or a call announcing their arrival. Over centuries, this real-world image of traveling musicians or merchants evolved into a mythic being, half spirit, half man, who traversed the spiritual and physical worlds alike. The transformation from man to God reflects how human actions and cultural exchanges can give rise to enduring myth. In essence, Kokopelli represents transformation, fertility, and joy. His story is not about dominance or conquest, but about harmony with nature and the celebration of life cycles. Where he dances, plants grow. Where his flute plays, people rejoice. And where his spirit moves, the desert blooms anew. Even today, his image is found everywhere in the Southwest, on jewelry, murals, and pottery, not as mere decoration, but as a timeless reminder of balance, hope, and creative energy. As centuries passed, the mythology surrounding Kokopelli expanded beyond tribal traditions. When European settlers arrived, they encountered his image etched in the rocks and misinterpreted it as simple art. But to the native peoples, those carvings were sacred. They marked the presence of a living spirit that watched over the land. To the Hopi, Kokopelli is still honored in ceremonial dances that celebrate fertility and harvest. His story remains a vital part of their cosmology, representing the eternal dance between earth and sky, music and silence, life and death.
The continuity of Kokopelli's symbolism also demonstrates how mythology adapts yet endures. Even as cultures change and modern life replaces ancient traditions, the flute player continues to inspire. He is found in songs, poems, and modern artwork, reminding people of the deeper rhythm that connects humanity to the natural world. His song, whether imagined or real, echoes across centuries as a call to remember where life comes from and how joy sustains it. Kokopelli's presence in the mythology of the American Southwest is more than a simple emblem of fertility. He embodies the spirit of the trickster, a figure present in many Native American traditions. Tricksters are beings who exist on the edges of social and spiritual norms. They challenge conventions, provoke laughter, and teach lessons through mischief. In Kokopelli's case, his playful, wandering nature symbolizes the unpredictability of life, the importance of adaptability, and the necessity of joy even amidst hardship. Stories abound of Kokopelli traveling from village to village, carrying his flute and a bag whose contents remain a mystery. Some tales describe him as a wandering musician whose melodies enchanted both humans and animals alike. Others depict him as a courier of secrets, delivering messages between gods and mortals. In these narratives, the flute is more than an instrument. It is a medium through which the unseen world communicates with the living. The notes of Kokopelli's flute are said to carry whispers of wisdom, seeds of inspiration, and even prophecy. As a traveler, Kokopelli is inseparable from the cycles of the earth.
He arrives with the spring rains, awakens sleeping seeds, and celebrates the rebirth of nature. But he is not bound to any one village or community. His wandering ensures the spread of fertility, music, and joy across distant lands, reflecting the interconnectedness of human settlements in the Southwest. Some tribes believe that his presence in a community guaranteed a bountiful harvest, healthy livestock, and the conception of children. His journeys were seen as sacred pilgrimages, essential to the continuity of life itself. In his role as a trickster, Kokopelli teaches lessons that are sometimes subtle, sometimes direct. In certain tales, he plays mischievous pranks on unsuspecting villagers, stealing small items or hiding seeds. Yet these actions are never malevolent. They are reminders of the balance between order and chaos, the necessity of patience, and the ability to laugh at life's unpredictability. Such stories also serve as cautionary tales, encouraging individuals to respect the natural and spiritual laws that govern their world. By blending humor with wisdom, Kokopelli embodies the duality of existence, pleasure and responsibility, joy and awareness. Kokopelli's image also carries profound social significance. In many communities, he is invoked in ritual dances and ceremonies that mark critical points in the agricultural calendar. Among Dahopi, the arrival of Kokopelli is celebrated during springtime ceremonies to ensure rain and the growth of crops. Women pray for fertility, couples seek his blessing for the birth of children, and farmers request his guidance for healthy livestock. These rituals, often accompanied by music, drumming, and elaborate dance, underscore Kokopelli's centrality to communal life. His presence is not merely symbolic, it is a living, breathing part of the cultural fabric.
Another fascinating aspect of Kokopelli is his dual nature as both sacred and secular. While he embodies spiritual principles such as fertility, renewal, and divine communication, he is equally celebrated for his earthly joy, playful antics, and mischievous humor. This duality makes him approachable and beloved across all ages. Children delight in his stories, imagining a humpbacked man who wanders freely, laughing, dancing, and playing enchanting tunes. Adults see him as a source of guidance, a reminder that life is to be celebrated, that mischief has its place, and that joy is inseparable from the cycles of creation. The evolution of Kokopelli's myth over centuries also illustrates the adaptability of folklore. Initially appearing as simple petroglyphs carved into canyon walls, his image gradually transformed to reflect changing social and spiritual needs. During periods of drought, Kokopelli's role as a rainbringer and fertility deity gained prominence. In times of social upheaval, tales of his cleverness and trickery highlighted the importance of intelligence, strategy, and humor in overcoming adversity. Through these stories, Kokopelli became a multidimensional figure, both a spiritual guide and a cultural hero, embodying the values, fears, and hopes of the communities that revered him. Kokopelli is also deeply connected to the natural landscape of the American Southwest. His flute playing is said to echo through canyons, calling birds, animals, and spirits alike. As he wanders, the earth responds. Rivers swell, crops grow, and the desert blooms. The intimate relationship between Kokopelli and the land reflects the broader indigenous understanding of harmony between humans and nature. His myth serves as a reminder that life is cyclical, interconnected, and dependent on respect for the environment. By venerating Kokopelli, communities reinforce the principle that humans must live in concert with the rhythms of the natural world. The sacredness of Kokopelli extends beyond mere mythology into ceremonial art and symbolism. His figure is commonly found on pottery, woven textiles, and carved masks used in rituals. The humpback, flute, and dancing posture are not decorative. They carry meaning. The hump may symbolize the burden of life and creation. The flute represents communication and spiritual harmony, and his dancing evokes joy, renewal, and the continuity of life cycles. Through artistic expression, Kokopelli's presence becomes tangible, allowing communities to interact with his spirit in meaningful ways. Beyond ritual, Kokopelli's influence permeated social and cultural identity.
For Native American tribes of the Southwest, he became a symbol of community cohesion. His stories are recounted around fires, in homes, and during festivals, linking generations through shared narratives. These tales also serve educational purposes, teaching children about the natural world, social etiquette, and spiritual awareness. In this sense, Kokopelli is more than a mythic figure. He is a living pedagogue, guiding individuals through life's lessons with music, laughter, and subtle mischief. Kokopelli's legacy has also transcended indigenous cultures, becoming a recognizable symbol in broader American popular culture. Today, his image appears in art, jewelry, clothing, and even commercial design. While modern adaptations sometimes strip away his spiritual context, the core symbolism remains potent. Kokopelli continues to represent fertility, joy, and the creative spirit, bridging ancient traditions with contemporary expression. His journey from sacred petroglyph to popular icon highlights the enduring power of myth to inspire, teach, and connect across time and space. Moreover, Kokopelli's role as messenger cannot be understated. In many legends, he travels between the human and divine realms, carrying prayers, blessings, and messages. His flute becomes a conduit for communication with the gods, ancestors, and spirits of the land. This intermediary function reflects a fundamental principle of Native American cosmology. The world is alive with spirits, and music, dance, and ritual are tools to maintain harmony. By embodying the messenger role, Kokopelli reinforces the idea that humans and the divine are intertwined, that every note played, every dance performed, resonates through both physical and spiritual planes.
Kokopelli, the ancient flute-playing spirit of the American Southwest, has traveled far beyond the canyons, cliff dwellings, and ceremonial grounds where he first appeared. Over the centuries, his image, myth, and symbolism have seamlessly adapted to modern culture, finding new life in art, music, literature, and even commercial design. Though some of the spiritual nuance may be lost in contemporary adaptations, the core essence of Kokopelli, as a symbol of fertility, joy, creativity, and transformation, remains profoundly relevant. One of the most visible modern manifestations of Kokopelli is in visual art and decoration. His iconic humped figure and flute-playing posture are found on paintings, murals, pottery, jewelry, and sculptures. Artists across the Southwest and beyond have embraced his image, incorporating it into both traditional and contemporary styles. These works often retain elements of his original symbolism. The hump represents the burden or gift of life. The flute is a conduit of communication and harmony, and his dance signifies renewal and the flow of nature. By placing Kokopelli in galleries, homes, and public spaces, artists continue the tradition of storytelling, transforming myth into tangible experience. In contemporary music, Kokopelli's influence endures metaphorically. Modern musicians and composers often reference his flute playing as a symbol of inspiration, creativity, and the harmonization of diverse elements. Just as the ancient flute's melody was believed to awaken life, modern interpretations celebrate the idea that music can connect people, evoke emotion, and energize communities. The concept of a wandering musician spreading joy and inspiration resonates in today's globalized world where art and music traverse borders just as Kokopelli once roamed villages. Kokopelli has also made his way into popular culture and commercial imagery. He appears on everything from souvenirs and t-shirts to festival logos and even tattoos. While some commercial representations focus on his playful, joyful side, they nonetheless carry echoes of his ancient symbolism. Many people who wear or display Kokopelli are drawn to his sense of freedom, creativity, and vitality. For Native communities, however, there is a nuanced understanding. The commercialization of Kokopelli can sometimes dilute his sacred meaning. Yet this process also reflects the adaptability of myth, demonstrating how enduring symbols can inspire multiple generations in diverse contexts. Beyond art and commerce, Kokopelli continues to play a role in education and cultural preservation. Museums, cultural centers, and schools in the Southwest frequently use his stories to teach about the traditions, spirituality, and ecology of Native American tribes.
By studying Kokopelli, students gain insight into the intricate relationship between humans, the land, and the spiritual world. His myth serves as a lens through which historical knowledge, ethical values, and ecological awareness can be passed to younger generations. In this way, Kokopelli bridges past and present, offering timeless lessons while remaining relevant in a modern educational context.
Beyond art and commerce, Kokopelli continues to play a role in education and cultural preservation. Museums, cultural centers, and schools in the Southwest frequently use his stories to teach about the traditions, spirituality, and ecology of Native American tribes. By studying Kokopelli, students gain insight into the intricate relationship between humans, the land, and the spiritual world. His myth serves as a lens through which historical knowledge, ethical values, and ecological awareness can be passed to younger generations. In this way, Kokopelli bridges past and present, offering timeless lessons while remaining relevant in a modern educational context. Kokopelli's legacy is also evident in festivals and ceremonial performances. Contemporary Native American communities continue to celebrate dances and rituals inspired by his myth, often incorporating music, storytelling, and theatrical elements. These events are not merely entertainment, they are expressions of spiritual continuity, cultural pride, and communal connection. By participating in these ceremonies, individuals reaffirm their link to ancestral wisdom, seasonal cycles, and the land itself. In such settings, Kokopelli becomes more than a figure of legend. He's a living, dynamic force sustaining cultural identity. Interestingly, Kokopelli has inspired cross-cultural reinterpretations as well. Writers, poets, and artists outside the Southwest have adapted his character to explore universal themes of transformation, fertility, and human creativity. In literature, he sometimes appears as a metaphorical wanderer, carrying stories, wisdom, or the promise of renewal. In performance art and theater, Kokopelli's movements and flute playing inspire choreography that blends humor, ritual, and storytelling. Through these interpretations, his myth transcends geographic and cultural boundaries, demonstrating the enduring human fascination with fertility, music, and the trickster archetype. Kokopelli also continues to resonate as a spiritual and psychological symbol. Modern interpretations of myth often explore the archetypal significance of figures like Kokopelli. Psychologists and mythologists view him as an embodiment of creativity, playfulness, and adaptability. The trickster element, his wandering nature, and his musical gifts symbolize the human potential for transformation, joy, and resilience. In this context, Kokopelli is more than folklore. He's a guide for personal growth and a reminder that laughter, creativity, and connection are essential elements of life.
In recent decades, Kokopelli has become a symbol for environmental consciousness. His ancient association with fertility, agriculture, and harmonious living with nature resonates with contemporary ecological concerns. Environmental artists, educators, and activists invoke his image to promote sustainability, respect for natural cycles, and the interconnectedness of all living things. The myth of a figure who travels the land, nurturing life and music, aligns naturally with modern efforts to cultivate a sustainable, vibrant planet. Despite his adaptation into modern contexts, Kokopelli's core symbolism remains intact. He is still a messenger between worlds, a bringer of fertility, a musician whose song connects life and spirit, and a trickster who teaches lessons through laughter and unpredictability. Modern life may be technologically advanced and culturally diverse, yet the essence of Kokopelli, celebration of life, the joy of music, and the sacred cycle of renewal remains profoundly relevant. In every depiction, whether ancient or modern, he reminds humanity of its enduring connection to nature, community, and the unseen forces that guide existence. Kokopelli's story also demonstrates the power of myth to adapt without losing meaning. From rock carvings to contemporary art, his image continues to inspire, educate, and entertain. His journey across time reflects the universal human need for symbols that celebrate life, fertility, and creativity. Even in the modern world, where urban landscapes and digital technology dominate, the flute-playing wanderer of the Southwest reminds people to pause,
listen, and honor the rhythms of nature and the joy of living. In conclusion, Kokopelli is far more than a mythic figure of the past. He is a living legend, thriving in art, culture, education, and spirituality. His playful mischief, musical gifts, and fertility blessings continue to resonate, bridging centuries and cultures. He embodies a timeless message. Life is cyclical, joy is essential, creativity is sacred, and music, the universal language of spirit, can bring harmony to both humans and nature. Kokopelli's enduring presence is a testament to the resilience of myth, the vitality of culture, and the eternal dance of life, music, and renewal.